Hello and welcome to this video on adding your click to call button. Click to call button is, I'm going to say, the most important part of your mobile site or any website, because most people click on that click to call. It gives the most business is that button. What we're going to do is go to pages on the left. We're going to look in one of two places. It's either in popular, where we're at now, or it's going to be under business. So go back to popular here. I'm just going to drag and drop. In doing so, I just hold down my mouse or my pen or even my finger. If you have a touch screen, I drag and I drop that in there. Now I want to say something about this click to call button. It is a button. We understand that. But there's something about this button that makes people want to touch it and click it. And when I say this button makes people want to touch and click it, many people on their mobile website will just have a phone number, thinking that people will touch it. It does get touched, I'm not going to lie, but this button gets touched over 20 to 30 times more. This button is a happy button. So what we're going to do is here look at the phone number. Now, if this is your phone number, as you see that our system has found many phone numbers from this website, make sure that this is your number, unless you want other people calling somebody else for your services. And then you can name that button whatever you want to. I know it says call us, but we're going to make it a little bit more obvious. Call us now. You can enable your Google AdWords tracking, but you can also add this button to all pages. And of course, if you need to get rid of it from all pages, you can come to this button from any page, click on it, and then you can erase it by looking at the same area down below. So that's how you add it. Now let's go look here where it says icon. What is the icon? The icon is the little black phone. So by saying that, I want to see it really. I can't see it that much. I know it's there. The purple is kind of hiding it, so I want to just make it visible. As you see it, there it is. You can add any color. If you have your own hexel code, you can add it here where the F is. But I do see that the stepping out Florida is yellow, so let me add some yellow in here. Okay, I see done. And there it is. I mean, that phone, you can see that phone, right? So just to let you know, we have a great library of different icons, so many different cool icons, but you can also upload your own icon, or you can add it by URL. Let's go down to design. So we see we have black text, yellow phone. I feel like I'm playing on the Lakers here. So the background, you can add anything you want to. It'll make it a little bit brighter. This is kind of a girly site. We'll make it a little bit girly. It's exciting, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's Florida. So here we go, background image, you can add in there to the background of it. And you can also, if you want a bigger border, as you see, you can create a border there. I'm not a big border fan. But you know, you may love borders. So here is effects. You could take the shadow on or off. I like square corners. I don't like round corners, so you can make it as round as you want to, right? Or you can make it square. If you don't want that icon to show at all you have to do is turn it off. And if you notice, the text does fall towards the center more. That's because it does center. This is centered. It may not look like it, but it is centered. Text style. Text style, you could change the size of your text if you want to. There's a big call to action, right? You could change the color of your text. I want to pick that yellow. As you notice, it did keep that color yellow. Wow, there we go. So let's come back over here to general, and let's go bold that. Check that out. Call us now. Alright, so now we have the colors figured out, we have effects figured out, and we have a text style figured out. And you could pick by the font family, the size, the color. You could pick how you want to justify it, bold it, italicize it, underline it. The options are almost limitless. And then we have more. You could change the width of your button. It's a little bit smaller inside. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. And then you have height. You can use percentages and so forth. And then if you want your margin or your padding to change, you could do that as well. before I go into that, I'm going to jump over to alignment. You could right, left, or center align. You could wrap text around the element. And here's some CSS that you could play with as well. Now, if you know anything about CSS, you know to start at the bottom here. If you are beginning, please start at the bottom. Remember where you're at. That way you can go back and erase what you need if you need to. So coming back here to spacing, I am going to tell you a little bit about margins and a little bit about paddings. Margins is happening around the element. It deals with this element here and the element around it. So here's the borders, right? Here is the top, the navigation, and here's the button. If I increase the left margin by 30 pixels, it's going to push the left side over. You see that? Therefore, if I were to say increase the margin on the right hand side, make sure, there we go, it's going to shift it over. So what I want to do, now I've just got this even. Margin, if you increase it from the top there, it will push it down. If you increase it from the bottom, it's going to push this up. Now padding is something totally different. Padding on the left hand side is going to deal with the padding with inside this element from the left, starting on the left hand side. On the right, it's going to start with inside this element from the border over. Same with padding from the top, it's going to start from the top of this button looking inside. Same way at the bottom, it's going to look from inside this element from the bottom up. So that's how you work with elements with the click to call.